At GCN, we are very lucky to get to show you guys some of the most exclusive pro cycling tech that's on show at races like the Giro, but some of it is a little harder to spot. So here's a quick look at some of the more subtle and less noticeable bits of tech that we spotted at the 2017 Giro d'Italia. Stage one of the 2017 Giro was a bit of a surprise victory, it's safe to say, for Lucas Postelberger of Bora Hansgrohe. Looked like he was going to go and lead out his teammate Sam Bennett, which he did so admirably that he actually got a huge gap on the bunch and went on to solo and take the victory. It was actually very, very nice to see. Really cool stage win. And to celebrate his stage win, his Bora Hansgrohe team got the pink bar tape, they've got the pink bottle cages, and the mechanics are actually rocking pink socks as well. And the prize for, I think, the most different position on the bike here at the Giro d'Italia goes to Zondas Bezigtov of the Astana team. He is clearly a very tall chap. He's got an extender on the head tube of his Argon 18 bike. He's then got 20 centimetres of spacer, and he's got the stem angled up just to get his desired position. And the head tube on the bike is massive to start with, and there is, safe to say, a lot of seat posts sticking out too. Shows that not every pro cyclist goes for a super slam position. What is important is getting the position that fits and works for you. French brand Corima actually came out with a bunch of new wheels that were signed off by the UCI at the start of 2017. These ones on this Astana team bike are the 47 MCC S Plus wheels. They've got a couple of stickers on the wheel that say magnet, so I'm guessing that might mean they have a built-in magnet into the wheels for speedos and stuff like that. And they are very minimalistic. This one has just 12 carbon spokes in the front wheel. Cool, I quite like them. The Dimension Data team are sponsored by CeramicSpeed. We can see they've got CeramicSpeed bottom bracket bearings in across the board, but the only rider with the CeramicSpeed rear mech cage and jockey wheels that we can see is Nathan Haas. Those are huge. The theory is that the bigger jockey wheels actually increase efficiency and thus help you to move forward faster, but they definitely look very, very different to the Shimano Dura Race ones, and I think very cool. Most of the custom paint jobs that you see on pro bikes is it's pretty out there, but this one is very subtle and very cool. This is Daniel Tekla-Hymanot's Eritrean champion Cervelo. I really like just how subtle it is. I don't like the colours. Behind me is Adam Yates's Scott Addict, and if you look very closely at the bottom bracket cap, or the crank cap, that is quite a lot different from the standard Dura Race ones. It's got a bolt through it, and those are actually custom made for the team, and that is where they put in the lead fishing weights, I believe, to weigh the bikes down when they're below the UCI weight limit. We're at the Giro ahead of one of the hillier stages early on in the race, so it makes sense they're going to make his bike as light as possible. Also, because Yates is one of perhaps like the slightly shorter riders in the peloton, it means his bike's smaller and therefore lighter. It's always quite cool to see subtle bits of tech like that. Really like it. Quite an interesting one here, and also quite a difficult one to spot, is that the AG Désert team spare bikes are actually pretty well fully equipped with Shimano Ultegra. Save the Dura Race chainsets, they've got Ultegra shifters, mechs and brakes on. A tyre brand that you don't see too often in the World Tour peloton is Tufo, but they're here with the Gazprom team at the Giro. These are pretty interesting. They're quite narrow by current standards. They're 23, not 25, and also they're pretty hard. So they've got a recommended pressure of 8 to 15 bar, which is 115 to 220 psi, which again I think many riders are probably running 100 to 110 maybe maximum, and they actually probably are that hard. Very accurate flick test. Yeah, 115, possibly, maybe more. Although this isn't strictly bike tech, the UCI commissaires are actually here already before the start, just checking over every team's bikes with their tablets or iPads, I don't know which one it is, to check for any signs of hidden motors. It's quite cool to see that they're still doing this at every race, because of course the last thing that anyone wants to happen is to have one of those mechanical doping positives again. A pretty cool thing that the Cannondale Drapac team do is that most of their riders ride 130 BCD cranks, which means that they can't fit the compact chain rings like 34s or 36s that we might be used to seeing. So many of them ride 38-tooth inner rings, which is the smallest chain ring that you can get on a 130 BCD, which was the previous Shimano standard up until a few years ago. And it just means that they've got that slightly easier gear for the slightly steeper hills here at the Giro. We'd really like to hear the really subtle ways that you make your bike go faster too, so let us know your tech hacks down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends too. To subscribe to GCN and to get more great content like this, click on our logo, which is on screen right now. To see another tech video from the 2017 Giro, click right there, and to see a pro bike from the 2017 Giro, just click there.